Hi, welcome to the Optimal Heat Source Scheduler, a tool that calculates the optimal schedule of a heat source connected to a thermal energy storage. In this tutorial, I will show you how to get started with the tool. To download the tool, go to Store4HUC website. Link to the website is in the description box below. Click on Tools and scroll down a bit to find the download link. Click on the link and download the tool as a zip file. Once the download is finished, go to the folder where you downloaded the zip file and extract files to any folder on your computer. The user interface of the tool is in an Excel document, while the calculation is performed through a program in the background. So, to start using the tool, open the Excel file called Optimal Heat Source Scheduler. Enable the content if your program opens it in the protected view, and also enable macros. In the tab Scheduler, you enter your power demand profile and the parameters needed for the calculation. The power demand profile refers to a list of required heating power on the consumer side, every 15 minutes during 24-hour period. Therefore, a list of 96 values must be entered. To make this data entry easier, you can click on Import data from a file and choose a file where you have these values stored. Supported files are comma-separated values, also known as CSV files, and Excel workbooks. If you are using a CSV file, you can choose your delimiter and the decimal separator according to the file structure. If you are using an Excel workbook, make sure your values are stored in the first sheet. Because your file may have more data than needed, you must also enter or select the starting row and the column from which you want to import data. After the data import, the power demand profile will be shown in the chart. Also, you can adjust values manually. For the parameters, you enter them numerically, or you select them from drop-down menus. Parameters in gray depend on the selection from drop-down menus and cannot be changed. The date of the simulation should be entered by clicking on button Pick Date. Date and time of the simulation doesn't affect the calculation process. It is just for the display in charts. In this example, I will use parameters of a 300 kilowatt boiler and a 20 cubic meter storage tank. Explanation of all the parameters can be found in the user manual and in the second video tutorial. You can save entered parameters by clicking on Save Default Values. Don't forget to save the Excel file as well. To restore default parameters, click on Restore Default Values. Once you have all the parameters entered, the optimal schedule is calculated by clicking on Run Scheduler. After some time, your results will appear in the Results tab. In the Analysis part, there is energy analysis of different scenarios. A scenario where the optimal schedule is used, a scenario where a classical control technique is used, their difference, and a scenario without a storage. The scenario with the least amount of primary energy used will be highlighted in green. In the Data part, a chart is displayed. The chart shows power demand, which was entered by the user, optimal schedule of the heat source, classical control schedule, temperatures of the water in the storage tank obtained by simulating both schedules, and temperature limits. You can choose which graphs to plot on the chart by clicking on the check boxes under the chart. By clicking on Save Chart as Image, you can save the chart in PNG or JPEG format. By clicking on Save Data, you can save the data used to plot the chart as a CSV file or as an Excel workbook. This data is shown below the chart. For more information about this tool, you can check out its user manual, which can be found in the tab User Manual. User Manual comes in a PDF form as well, in the same folder as this Excel file. Also, you can take a look at the other videos of this tutorial.